Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy Friday. You made it. It's the end of the week. Staring long and hard into the weekend. Probably have some fun plans ready to go. For those of you who don't have fun plans, well, go make some. Or just have a random trip. Just call a friend or call your spouse and be like, hey, let's go get lunch and play bowling. Or let's go to a mini golf course. Or let's go watch a movie. Or just go out and do something. Just go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy life. You know, we're not here for a very long time, so make good use out of it. I do have to say, so far, I'm not entirely sure what my plans are, but I'm probably going to do some sort of woodworking this weekend. I've got a few things I'm trying to finish up for a special somebody's birthday that's coming, so I might try and do that. And that's actually a thing I've gotten into a lot recently, is woodworking and just making things. I got a 3D printer last year, so I'm like making all kinds of weird and interesting 3D prints, and I've been learning a lot of finer woodworking skills thanks to the power of the internet and the YouTubes. So I've been getting into more fine woodworking things. This year I made a jewelry box for Christmas, and I made a recipe box, and now I've got this other thing I'm working on that I can show you guys in a couple of weeks when she knows it exists. And it's just been really fun and interesting to learn and make things. I'm a creative person by nature. That's why I write for a living. That's why I do photography for a living. That's why I do videos and stuff on YouTube, because I need to create. But it's really different making things out of wood or metal, or even like 3D printing stuff out of plastic. Because like when I write something or when I make a video, I can see that video or I can read that, piece, but I can't touch it, I can't hold it or maneuver it. But like if you have an object that you can hold in your hands and be like, I made that, it's really a different kind of satisfaction. I've been doing, general rough woodworking stuff for a long time. One of my earliest jobs was roofing. I have general knowledge and ability with big tools and basic construction. The TV stand that's in our living room right now was one of the first big projects I ever built. I did that, close to 10 years ago now. But the things I've gotten into recently have been like finer woodworking. So I made 2 pens earlier this year, and I don't even have a functioning lathe at the moment. I did it using a drill and sandpaper, so that was like a fun, interesting learning experience. I'm actually working, I don't think I have the piece of wood right here with me. I'm working on making a wooden handle for the razor that I shave with. I have a razor from a company called Harry's, and it's got this plastic handle on it, which is like relatively nice for a plastic handle. But I thought it would be really cool to try something out of wood, especially after how the ink pens turned out. Plus, when I bought the little piece of wood to make the ink pen, you have to buy them in like packs of 5 or 6. So I've got some extra pieces lying around. So I thought it would be really cool to try and make a wooden handle for that. Actually, this knife I didn't make, but I'm going to try and make something like it soon using a different knife. The idea is I really like these wooden handles, instead of these like cheap plastic nasty ones. So I want to see if I can get a knife, rip the handles off, make wooden replacement handles, and then put those on and see how that comes out. I think that would be a fun and interesting project. And it's just, again, really satisfying. Just put your hands on something and transform it into something completely different, and then at the end you have a thing to hold. And I get that same sort of satisfaction like out of my 3D printer, which is like really fun and interesting. Like I made this little coaster. I'm a fan of the Fallout video game series, and I've been playing with dual color printing. So, even though it is just like 3D modeling and some math and some planning and some like plastic swapping in the machine does like most of the work. It's still a thing I had in my head that I created, and at the end of the day I have this thing that I can hold. So Now I have a nice little Fallout coaster for my cup of coffee, and I love that so much that I've created something and that something exists in this world. So yeah, I think this weekend you guys should go out and try and have a good time, enjoy yourselves, and if you don't have any plans or you don't know what you can do, maybe try to make something. Even if you don't have any skills, just try. You know, take a piece of dowel rod and a pocket knife and just try and carve on the wood. Don't even try to make anything, but just like practice shaving pieces of the wood off and see what you end up with. It'll help you build some skills. And it's like that's where everything sort of starts, is you have to make that first step, and then suddenly that turns into another step, and that turns into another step, and you keep learning and you keep growing, and then you have all of these skills and you can do all of this new interesting stuff. You know, if you want to build a house, it starts with knowing how to set down a brick for a foundation, or it knows how to hammer, it's knowing how to hammer in a single nail into a 2x4 to start framing walls. And like everything sort of works that way. You just have to make that one initial step, and then suddenly you're just growing and expanding who you are and what you can do, and it feels really good to do that. So anyways, thank you guys again. I don't want to ramble on for too long. I've been getting a lot of great messages from a lot of you saying that you appreciate what I'm doing. Thank you. It makes me feel really good to know that I'm not just wasting breath. I do enough of that as it is. I'm basically full of hot air. So thank you for those kind messages. Once again, don't forget to tell people that you love and that you appreciate that you love and appreciate them. If there's anybody special that you want me to talk about, or any special thing in your life going on you want me to talk about, just send me a message through any channel that you know me through, or if you just want to hit me up on Twitter because you're a random person on the internet who stumbled across me, welcome. You can hit my Twitter up here or wherever the heck I put it. It's @Moford. My DMs are open if you want to talk to me in private. So, otherwise, have yourself a wonderful day. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.